Facebook. This is Ronco Johnson. Good morning. I'm talking to you today from my kitchen. And, I woke up this morning and first of all, hello to everybody. I haven't seen you guys in a while. For those of you that are asking or concerned, I'm doing very well. I come to you with deep thought today, and the last 10 days I've had 3 funerals, and of those 3 funerals, you have a young person with 6 children. You have another person that is leaving behind a legacy of his accolades and his sport. And then you have another family that loses the father of a family. For those of you that don't know, for the last 20 years, I've been in the insurance and financial service business for a long time, and most people who see me know exactly what it is that I do for a living. And I hate to say it, but being a life insurance agent is not always as easy as we may think, or the rewards are not as financially great as the burden of our emotions. Sometimes our emotions can be challenged. Many of you don't understand that when I talk about preparing for lights out moments, it's only because I deal with thousands of people over the course of a year, over the last 20 years. And there's one party that I just can't seem to grasp. It's the party that is held at the homegoing of a loved one. For the life insurance agent, typically that's when we go to business and go to work, when everyone else is grieving or going through something. We are the ones that are there to deliver the check. We're the ones that's there to make sure that the widow doesn't go without, and that those children still have food to eat, and that those families still have income to replace, and the legacy of that loved one is continued. 3 funerals in 6 to 10 days. It only allows me to think about how grateful I am to have another morning to speak to you. And I've procrastinated for a very long time, not trying to be self-promoting. But then I turn on the TV and then I watched a young 11-year-old girl talk about the death of children, black, white, and of all kinds. I listened to the reports in Florida where they're changing gun laws. I listened to our politicians speak rhetoric that most people don't understand. When they tell you one thing to the left, they're really doing something else on the right. I look at our national debt clock, and I look at the average American that has a debt to the United States of $69,000 and counting. What is this all about? Humanity, interest, debt to society, greed, I'd like to think that there's an insurance solution to all of it. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of going to the party where everyone cries. And the people at the party have no solution for the ones that need it the most. I'm tired of watching adults look at each other in the face and blame the other one for not handling their responsibility. I'm tired of watching little kids have to suffer because there's no finances to get them in the right schools, no resources to get them in the right places. And it seems as though we go through our days just working and we're not thinking. It's time to stop. It's time to stop now. And if you haven't noticed, I am an African American advisor. I'm an African American, so I have absolutely no reason not to be concerned about my own community. I'm shooting this video without my suit and without my tie. I own many. But what I'm about to say is, it's absolutely critical that we insure our lives for more than what the United States has valued our lives. Economically, you want to get ahead. It's not about the degrees that you earn. It helps. The knowledge that you learn, that's wisdom. But historically, this place we call home has multiples of stories about successful families who have benefited from the tax advantage of life insurance. It's time to stop being afraid to have that conversation. And if you think you are uncomfortable insuring the lives of your children, if you're uncomfortable looking your spouse in the face and knowing that you bring home $100,000, $50,000, and you don't even know the value, your human life value that each individual in that realm really brings to the table, well, you're having a lights out moment, and it needs to stop. Someone's needing to tell you the truth. You're not going to get ahead. Your legacy is not going to live on until you decide to change it. It's interesting to me that over the years I can have all the accolades, be recognized by all the magazines, be around all the celebrities and friends, and still today, one by one, we're all getting older. One by one, everyone that I know, 100% of the people I talk to do one thing. We all have a start date and we all die. That's guaranteed. It's time to stop living in the time of what ifs. Focus on the things in life that are guaranteed to happen. That way we can live our best life. I'm a father. I'm a business owner. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a coach. I'm a brother. I'm a son. And I've been a good friend to many. So you know that this is eating at me this morning. And I wish I could save the world. I wish I could. I really wish I could. And if you happen to know me, reach out and subscribe or like this message or share this message. If you know me, you don't have to necessarily do it with me. I'm just begging you, go out and get insurance today. Get it. And I'm gonna give you the simpler formula. Take your current age, subtract age 67 from your current age, and multiply it times your annual income. That number represents your human life value. Never mind what the TV people say. Never mind what the gurus say. That number is probably bigger than you imagine. Do not insure your debt. Insure your income. That's the proper way to get ahead. The second thing is, stop thinking that life insurance is for the dead. Yes, there are term policies for that. But the ones who are getting ahead are living amongst you with hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash value. These reporters need to stop lying about something that is simply the truth. The death benefit, if I die today, goes to my family without any taxes. And the cash value that is accumulating while I'm living grows tax-free. And I can touch it without any penalty whatsoever. To create my own bank, to finance my own business, to help my kids go to college, to pay my mortgage off. All these things are true. But here's a third thing that's true. Your local advisor who sells insurance may not know how to engineer and construct a plan that works. It's my recommendation that you find someone that knows what they're doing. Not because they work for a firm that you recognize, it's because they specialize in creating wealth and positioning assets and giving you sound advice about what's to come. And if you are a young person, 25, 30 years old, I would advise you to listen. You have an opportunity to get ahead of the game. Don't wait till you're 65 because you're going to see the financial planner at the end of the game. That's how it's set up. And if you're working, when you retire at 70 and a half, hey, it's time to pay the piper. We'll talk about that in some other videos, but you know what? When the lights go out, the question still remains, are you ready? Today, I'm just in thought. And I'm probably gonna record a video or two just to keep you up to date. Normally you see me smiling. I hope future videos I'm able to do that. But my name is Ronco Johnson. I am your global insurance advisor, member of the MDRT, And all my MDRT buddies that are watching this video, go out and help someone today. Share this video and explain to them that you're amongst the best in the world and people should know who you are. And don't be afraid to tell people, don't insure yourself for $50,000. Insure yourself for $5 million, $2 million. It doesn't cost that much. And when I say it doesn't cost that much, I'm not talking about the premium. I'm talking about for the people that you love and what they are going to be without if you don't have it. It's time for change. It's time for change. I have a good friend of mine who lost her son to some gun violence. And we talked many years ago about her son being gunned down, who canceled her policy 2 months before his death, going through all the courts and all the marches and being on television. It came down to this: there wasn't enough money to get the proper lawyers, detectives, and all the things that was necessary for that family to survive. But as soon as the next murder, I said it, not an accident, the next murder happened, everybody shifted from this case to the next one, leaving that mother still without a son, leaving that grandbaby without a father, and leaving the family without the finances to properly fight for themselves. Insurance would have changed that solution too. It would have given them the opportunity to get the right lawyer. It would have given them the opportunity to fight a little longer. It would have given them an opportunity to live the best life possible at that time. At that time. It hurts. Life hurts after a loss. And for those that are advisors and insurance professionals, it's okay to tell people you hurt too behind that suit and tie and that beautiful dress. Sometimes our clients don't realize how much their lives affect us. I can't hold that in anymore. I can't hold that in. But I can't sit quietly any longer. I gotta do more. And I'm gonna ask for your help to do it. Sit down. Let's talk it out. If you are a business owner, let's have a discussion. If you are a community leader, let's have a discussion. If you are an athlete or entertainer, sit your egos aside. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about what's real. And let's provide an insurance solution that works. And then let's lend our voices to help one another get ahead. I'm Ronco Johnson, your global advisor. When the lights go out, are you ready?